Dallas Cowboys select the Dallas Cowboys select
Oh, yeah. Dallas Cowboys select.
the Dallas Cowboys select
Who will it be?
the Dallas Cowboys select
I don't know who he's going to be, but I can tell you one thing. I'm getting excited about it, and I can't wait to find out, really. I just can't wait to find out about who that first round pick's going to be for the Cowboys and all my subscribers. I'm sure they're excited about the Eagles, the Giants, the Commandos. Doing mock drafts over and over. I keep getting great mock drafts for the Philadelphia Eagles. I keep killing it for the Birds. But anyway, good afternoon, everybody. Game Time Brian here, otherwise known as the Mailman. Yes, the Mailman is in the house. He's in his mama's basement, whatever you want to call it. Not that I have a basement or a mama, but you get the point. We sit here 25 days away from the NFL draft, and I cannot wait until Dallas Cowboys are on the clock. Will they trade up? Will they trade down? Will they stick and pick? We don't know. But we're going to get right into it. This is going to be mock draft 3.0. 3.0. Still no trades. Still no trades. I was debating on whether to do trades or not. I realized I'm trying to switch it up and give people, I'm going to go with the latest rumors. That's what we're doing here because we're not doing trades. We could discuss trades that might possibly happen, but I will not do trades in this draft. I'm going to try and do trades prior to the draft, but I'll explain where trades can happen. All right, I'm going to switch it up. People go, well, this team's not going to take that. I'm giving you, not every team has one need. Teams have multiple needs. So with that being said, let's get to it. Let's get to it, everybody. Let's get to it. And on the clock here, let me get ready. All right. On the clock is the Tennessee Titans. We're hearing a lot about what they want. Now it's going to cost 3 first-round picks for anybody who wants to move up to that number 1 pick. Cam Ward is the best quarterback in this draft. Cam Ward is a high-ceiling guy, but he is nowhere near a finished. He's nowhere near a finished prospect, everybody. He's not. So, I don't know if Tennessee is being real here or if Tennessee is just trying to get the value up. But either way, I'm not giving 3 number 1 picks for Cam Ward. These things seldom work out when you give up multiple first-round picks. Just look at none other than Trey Lance. And I don't know. Is Trey Lance... Was he a better? I don't think he was a better prospect than Cam Ward, but they're around the same. Now, Cam Ward's a better pocket passer, I will give you. But Trey Lance, that's kind of, and they gave up 3 and then some, I believe. Put in the comments. I think Niners gave up 3 first-round picks, a total of 3 first-round picks, and other compensation to move up. And I think he was a top 5 pick. Put in the comments. But anyway, let's get it going. Number 1 pick, Cam Ward. There we go. I had mocked the Cleveland Browns, who are up number 2. Okay, there's still possibilities for Giants to trade up. Again, I don't see it. I don't see it. And the latest rumor is they love Shedeur Sanders. Again, we don't really know, right? We don't really know. Do they love Jackson Dart? We don't really know. Okay, that's the thing. But now that Deion Sanders has come out and gave his blessing for Shedeur to play for anybody, he knows that each spot in the top 10 of the draft is millions of dollars, basically. It just is. You're slotted. It's a rookie deal. To say you don't want to go play for this or that, it's hard to do these days unless you're just a billionaire and money's no object. The Sanderses are close, but I had been giving them Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter. No. We're going to give them Shedeur Sanders. Now, keep in mind, if there was a trade, I still believe Sanders goes here. I do not believe Jackson Dart works his way up. But now the Giants are sitting there at number 3. Are the Giants going to take Jackson Dart? Randy McIntyre, me and you are hoping that they take Jackson Dart. As much as we like Jackson Dart's not a perfect player by any stretch. He's got some things he needs to work on. He's not a finished product. I'm not going to say he's going to go here. I don't know what they would do here. Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter. I believe the best move for the New York Football Giants would be Travis Hunter. I do. I like your defense. I think you need a playmaker who could help you on offense, opposite Malik Neighbors, and more importantly, to give you that shutdown corner that you would need. We're going to give them Travis Hunter. Let's go. We have a different. All right. Now, the New England Patriots, they are open to move this pick, but I'm not expecting them to move this pick. This is an easy one for me. Abdul Carter is going to the Patriots. Again, we've mocked them. We've not mocked them. We could, switch it up to Mason Graham, but I believe Mason Graham is not what people think as far as a lockdown guy. Mason Graham is great, and I want him at 12. But it doesn't come without risk. To me, there's not many players in this draft that, so far, every player on here has risk. Travis Hunter has risk. He's a little undersized. He is. The Alec Illuminor roasted him 2 years ago. I mean, again, when you come into the league, you need a front four to help your back end. Just watch what the Eagles did in the Super Bowl. Okay? I'm not here to crap on Mike Kell or Cooper DeJean, but not Mike Kell. Mitchell. Sorry, Mitchell. I'm not here to crap on them, but what helped them last year was the dominating front four that got home time and time and again. You don't have to cover for very long. Dallas did it in the 90s. Dallas didn't have a lot of great lockdown, not until Deion got there at the end of the run. We won 1 Super Bowl with Deion, but we were doing it with average guys. Larry Brown from the Cowboys won an MVP, went and got a free agent deal with the Raiders and was out of the league in 2 years. Again, he was young. He was in his prime. It had nothing to do with that. It was scheme and Dallas's dominant front four. Okay, that will help your back end. The Giants, Dexter Lawrence, arguably, he's a top 3 interior player in the league. You have Brian Burns. I mean, you have a lot on that defense. It should be better than what it is. Give me a Travis Hunter. But New England, I'm just going to go Abdul Carter. Until I hear otherwise, that's kind of an easy pick. Abdul Carter to number 4. We've been hearing number 5, Number five, they need Mason Graham. They need tight end. They need corner. They need offensive tackle. I am going to switch it up, everybody. Um, I'm going to switch it up. Again, they could use Mason Graham, but this draft is stockpiled with studs to play the one technique or the three technique, depending. So I'm not taking Mason Graham here. I'm going to take none other than Penn State's own Tyler Warren goes to the Jags. Yes, they beef up their tight end position. He's a blocker and a receiver. We're going to go Tyler Warren to top 5. I like it. We're switching it up here. All right. Raiders. They need corner. They need running back. They need wide receiver. Again, the cornerback is a position that is being overlooked here, and it's not a very deep class for corner. You would have to get one in the top of the second if you indeed want to take Ashton Genty. They could go Tet McMillan here, but if you really want Ashton Genty, then you take him here. But we're waiting to see what Will Johnson runs April 14th. Rumor has it he will not run. That's the cornerback out of Michigan. Will he run? Will he not run? I think this is the first spot since they are in desperate need of a corner. Now, let's just look at corners on the board, okay? Will Johnson, Jahdae Barron. Okay, Jahdae Barron. Let's look at the coach. The coach, again, I believe he likes bigger corners. He had Dan Quinn there. He's used to, seeing. I think this is a spot a corner could go. I do believe this is a spot a cornerback could go. They need corner first and foremost. Again, running back is very, very deep in this class. Does Pete Carroll want a go running back when he knows he can get a stud in the second round? Everybody's saying they're going running back, they're going running back, they're going running back. I'm going to switch it up, people. I'm going to give them a corner. Will Johnson goes off the board to the Oakland/Las Vegas/Los Angeles, back to Las Vegas Raiders. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack about that, but again, when you talk about a 6'1.5", 6'2" corner, I believe he's going to run well. So, and I think he's going to shut a lot of people up. Will Johnson gone again. The cornerback position is not as deep. Now we could definitely argue Jahdae Barron. Stay tuned for that, by the way, because I believe he's probably the best NFL-ready overall corner, but with his little baby arms and he's a little on the shorter side, Dallas won't take him. But he may be gone by then. Let's see. Moving along, everybody. The New York Jets, they need offensive tackle, defensive tackle, wide receiver, tight end. Again, the Jets, I don't believe they're going to go with a quarterback here. I don't. But, what the heck do I know? I'm going to give them Mason Graham or Will Campbell. Offensive tackle is a big need. Big need. Will Campbell, I don't think that's going to be the pick. I'm going to give them Mason Graham here. He falls to number 7. Mason Graham goes to the Jets. They're thinking they got great value. Okay. The cornerback needy. They did sign J.C. Horn, Carolina Panthers. They need cornerback, offensive center, safety. This is a perfect spot for my favorite, a cornerback in this draft, and that will be Jahdae Barron. Cornerback goes number 8 overall to the Carolina Panthers. Yes, indeed. Number 9. Okay, what do they need? They need offensive guard. They need wide receiver. They need corner. Corner's been hit pretty good here. They need edge rusher. And they need running back. So we are going to give, I believe I mocked him this before. They're not going to take Ashton Genty. So what you're looking at here is a Membu, who I believe can play tackle and guard. This might be a spot where they're looking to trade out. But they also need wide receiver. And they're staring at a big, tall, fast, needs help with route running, but you saw what Kellen Moore did with the Eagles, getting space, helping them win a Super Bowl. Tet McMillan goes to New Orleans. We're going to stick with Tet. Tet's off the board, everybody. Number 10. Everybody is freaking out. Oh, my God. Ashton Genty is right there. Will Ashton Genty go? I haven't thought about it, but if you're looking at it, they need offensive tackle bad. Again, everybody forgets running back is deep in this draft. I don't think they're taking Ashton Genty. I don't. I believe that Will Campbell, 6'5", 319, that's the size and strength. I think they're going to go with that. Listen, if you're trying to do Caleb Williams a favor, I know they went out in free agency. I know they did. This is a tough one. I'm going to go offensive line here. They need a left tackle of the future. They picked up a couple guards and they have a left tackle, but he's not to me, when you see all the stud running backs, people go, oh, well, look what he did in Detroit. He didn't necessarily take them that high. Now, it could be Genty. It very well could be, but I'm going to give them a left tackle. I'm going to give them Will Campbell to the Chicago Bears. Indeed, Will Campbell. Now, again, that sets up number 11, the San Francisco 49ers. They need defensive tackle. The cornerback has been hit. Linebacker. This is the one here, or edge rusher. They're not taking Ashton Genty. Again, defensive tackle. We got Shamar Stewart. I don't believe he's going this. Kelvin Banks. Again, they do need a guard. Jalon Walker. I believe that might be the pick. Let's look at defensive. I don't think they're going to take a defensive tackle. Derek Harmon's on the board. Tyler Booker. So you're looking at, I don't know if I'm going to look at what this actually says here. Trent Williams is not long for this league. They need a new left tackle. But for the sake of this exercise, we're going to give them Armand Membao. Membao goes to the Niners. Again, I've seen Jalon Walker. I've seen a lot of different options for them here. We could give them Jalon, but again, Jalon's dropping a little bit. He's only 6'1", 243-ish. Late. He can't play edge full time. He's not a linebacker who drops into coverage. He's a come forward type of guy. I think they need help on the line. I'm going to give them Membao. So listen, this is a perfect storm. Dallas needs running back. Dallas needs edge. Dallas needs guard. Dallas needs corner. Dallas needs wide receiver. I have not done this yet. I've given Dallas Michael Williams, and I believe I gave them Golden. I think I gave him Golden and then Williams. I don't know. Put it in the comments. I forget what I gave him. We're going to go with something different here. Arguably the best player on the board here. You're going to say, well, why would you do it? Because you don't overthink these type of picks. With the 12th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Ashton Genty. We them boys. That's right, baby. We them boys. Let's go. Let's blow through the rest of these. All right. Miami Dolphins are on the board. They need guard, defensive tackle, offensive. They need help on the lines, baby. Uh, let's not overthink this. Let's give them one of the best pure guards in this draft, Kelvin Banks Jr. out of Texas. Moving along. Indianapolis Colts. I had them taking Tyler Warren, but Tyler Warren's stock has been going up, up, up. He's off the board. They need offensive center. They need offensive guard. This is where Jalon Walker could possibly go, depending on the coach. But we're gonna go with a tight end. Colston Loveland goes to the Colts. A little, I don't know if he's Dallas Clark-esque, but you get the point. Colston Loveland, welcome to Indy, my friend. Moving along, this team has struggled getting edge rushers. I don't really know. Makes a lot of sense. They need corner. They need defensive tackle. They need edge. I believe they go for the high-ceilinged individual who Dallas loves, who Dallas may have taken at 12 if Genty wasn't there. Dallas took him last time I did a mock draft. Michael Williams stays in state. Georgia, he goes from the Georgia Dome, Georgia to the Georgia Dome. I don't know if they still call it the Georgia Dome. You get the point. He's staying in Atlanta, hot Atlanta. Takes edge rusher Michael Williams. Welcome. You are now a Falcon. Arizona Cardinals are on the board. They need edge. They need defensive tackle. They need wide receiver. Again, they need guard. They need linebacker. They need a lot. Jalon Walker is dropping a little bit just because of where you're going to play him. Arizona is that type of team that could play him here. Are they going to take Shamar Stewart? I don't believe so. I believe this is a perfect spot for one Matthew Golden. Yes, Matthew Golden goes to the Cardinals. They need more weapons, a route running machine. Love it for the Cards. Moving along. Bengals, they need edge rusher, defensive tackle, offensive guard, and corner. Edge rusher is still pretty good here. You could go Jalon Walker. Again, I think his position, where do you play him? Smaller guy. That should be interesting. Edge. James Pierce, again, off the field issues. What could happen? Maybe I believe they need beef up front, everybody. I believe that, in my opinion, it comes down to Derek Harmon or Derek Harmon. Kenneth Grant. We're going to give him Derek Harmon here. Derek Harmon goes to Cincinnati. That helps that defense. I believe they're going to bring back the edge rusher and re-sign him to a deal. Or they're going to trade him during the draft. Stay tuned for that. That is definitely one. Hendrickson is on the trading block. So stay tuned. Moving along. Number 18. The Seattle Seahawks. They need guard, tackle, wide receiver. What are we looking at? Guard, tackle, wide receiver, corner, edge. Tyler Booker is there. I've seen it a few times. Justin Simmons is there. Again, I think it's easier to find guards than it is stud left tackles. I think this is where Josh Simmons goes off, the best offensive tackle in this draft. If it were not for his injury to the knee, he goes here at 18. 19 is on the board. Cornerback, safety, edge, linebacker. I believe this is the floor for, well, I don't know. Hold that phone here. This is the floor for Jalon Walker. I think they got Malachi Starks. They could go there. They could go Shamar Stewart, James Pierce. But I believe Jalon Walker goes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I believe that he's a high ceilinged guy. They'll move him around in that defense. I think it's a good fit. All right, here we go. Everybody I've seen, Omarion Hampton to the Denver Broncos, but I believe the best wide receiver, the most talented wide receiver and most consistent is still on the board for them. I believe they're trying to trade Courtland Sutton. I believe Courtland Sutton will be traded. So with that being said, we are going to give them Emeka Egbuka at 20. They stick, they pick Egbuka. 21, the Steelers. Sorry, I had to answer the phone. 21, the Steelers. Yes, Steelers. What do they need? They need quarterback, defensive tackle, cornerback, running back, wide receiver. I believe they get their quarterback here, people. I believe they get their quarterback. But I don't believe it's going to be Jackson Dart here. It could be. I am going to go with a sleeper pick here. Not so much. I'm going to go Will Howard. Ohio State is drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers. They've met with him multiple times. I believe Will Howard dazzled everybody at his pro day. Will Howard to the Steelers shocks everybody in the first round, but not really once you see the player. Moving along. The Chargers, defensive tackle, tight end, wide receiver, corner. Okay. Defensive tackle, tight end, wide receiver, corner. I think I've made this pick a few times before. Let's just remember the coach of the Chargers, a Jim Harbaugh. I think he goes out and brings his guy in. Defense, we're going to go. We are going to go with Kenneth Grant. Goes number 22 to the Los Angeles Chargers. And the Green Bay Packers are on the board here. They need edge rusher, corner, wide receiver, defensive tackle. Edge, corner, wide receiver, defensive tackle, linebacker. Malachi Starks could be a possibility here. I believe corner is a big possibility. Let's look at corner and see where that is. Ravel, again, Benjamin Morrison. Do they like Ravel? That's my next guy. I believe that they're moving away from their cornerback right now. I just think Jair Alexander is not long for this team. I don't. So I'm going to give them. Now, do we give them Shamar Stewart? Let's look at corner and the depth of corner. After Ravel, you got Morrison and Amos. Both of them, let's see where their next picks are. Well, again, I'm not sure. It's probably, both of them are going to be gone. You got A.Z. Thomas did not have a good pro day. And then you got Hairston and Porter. I'm thinking Ravel right now is my pick, but what edge rusher is on the board that James Pierce, 6'5", 245, 6'5", 267. Again, Shamar Stewart is a workout beast. It all depends how that it comes out. I believe Pierce doesn't go here because of his off-the-field issue. I believe he's the best guy. You do have a Mike Green, 6'3", 250, explosive guy. Again, some off-the-field issues that have been basically cleared up. I'm going to give because of the position, and I'm going to give them Ravel. I'm going to give them Siobhan Ravel. He's the best corner there. If that's what you need, knowing that Jair Alexander is not long for this, for the Green Bay Packers, he's a cut candidate or a trade candidate. They're going to try and trade him, work out a deal, maybe eat some of that money. Stay tuned. Number 24, I had Ravel going to the Minnesota last time. He goes a pick ahead and stays in the division. Um, they need safety. They need corner. They need guard. They need edge. Well, Malachi Starks is sitting right there. Now, again, everybody's going to say, well, you got Nick Emanwari. It could be. It could be. You got Andrew Makuba is a smaller guy, but he's a later guy. I don't foresee him going that early. Watts, some people love him, some people hate him. I love Kevin Winston, but he doesn't come without risk. We're gonna be safe here because Nick Emanwari is a workout warrior who could bust or boom. He hasn't been very consistent. Some mocks have him in the third round. Some people, some talent evaluators. So we're gonna give them Malachi Starks. You lose out on Rovell and get arguably the best in the box safety in this draft. Resetting, we got the Houston Texans. Okay, they traded the most penalized offensive tackle in the league last year, contemplated retirement. None other than gas mask Laramie Tunsil goes to the Commandos. So now they need a replacement. They did go out in free agency. But let's just look. They need offensive tackle, offensive guard, offensive center, wide receiver, defensive tackle. They need help up front or they're going nowhere. You listen, Dallas. You need help up front. So let's look at the offense. Tyler Booker is sitting there. Gray Zabel. Pick whichever one you want. You're getting Booker at 22. That's a steal. Run the card up to Roger Goodell. Run it up. Tyler Booker goes from Alabama to Houston. All right, going to the Rams. Los Angeles Rams. What do they need? Linebacker, cornerback, edge, tight end, running back, linebacker, corner. Let's just see here. Edge. Is this where James Pierce goes? Is this where Mike Green goes? Tight end, I don't see. Let's just look at that real fast. Mason Taylor, I love him, but it's a little early. Linebacker, Jihad Campbell, is this where he goes? I say no. Edge rusher, Shamar Stewart, James Pierce, Mike Green. Again, off the field. I think they surprise everybody here. I believe they go Mike Green. Mike Green is a speedster off of the edge. I think they're going to love him in L.A. So moving along, we got the Ravens. What do they normally do? I know they need a guard, a center, a corner, edge, linebacker, safety, guard, corner. Let's just look. We got edge. We got Nick Emanwari. Linebacker, Jihad Campbell. Edge skirting. They got Luther Burden still on the board. Tyleek. So I'm looking at Riku, Walter Nolan, offensive guard, corner, edge, offensive guard. I think they're going to go with the best guard on the board out of North Dakota State, Gray Zabel, 6'5", 312. He's a versatile lineman, smart man. A Gray Zabel goes to the Baltimore Ravens. Setting up the Detroit Lions, the hungry, the battered and bruised Detroit Lions. They need edge, guard, corner, safety, wide receiver. They do have Brian Branch. I don't believe Azariku is the guy there. Shamar Stewart, James Pierce. This is a team where I believe they could get away with going with a guy who maybe has some off the field with the character that they have in that locker room. I think, let's look at the guards. Donovan Jackson, it's a little high. Offensive tackle, a little high. Luther Burden, running back, Amari Hampton. Jackson Dart, they don't need a quarterback. I'm going to give them James Pierce here. Arguably the best edge rusher, non-Abdul Carter in the draft, and who knows? But he does have some off-the-field issues. But at 28, to me, you minimize the risk a bit. Sorry, Eagles, he's gone. Let's move. Maybe Shamar Stewart is your guy. We'll wait to see. I haven't pre-did this. I haven't thought about it. I'm trying to switch it up, but still make sense, if that makes sense. Moving along to Washington. They also need an edge. They need a corner. They need a safety. They need a linebacker. Okay. Well, they need a wide receiver, but edge rusher, Shamar Stewart is still there. Is that what they're going to do? They need a corner. They need a safety. So to me, it's Shamar Stewart, Eamon Wari, Jihad Campbell. Let's just look. Linebacker. You got Ezeriku. Maybe they go to Ezeriku out of Boston College. 6'2", 248. Shamar Stewart, 6'5". I'm going to go Shamar Stewart here to the Commandos. He's a big man, a unbelievable athlete. He just needs somebody to mold him. And Dan Quinn and company are those guys. I think they can maximize this guy's talent, get him to play more consistently. Look out for Shamar Stewart rushing the edge for the Washington Commandos. Plays the run well. Needs to learn some pass rush moves, but that's a good place to do it. They got the safer player off the field, if that makes sense, compared to James Pierce. We'll see. That'll be something to look out for. Buffalo Bills at 30. What do they need? They need corner, defensive tackle, linebacker, edge, wide receiver. So let's look at the cornerbacks. Benjamin Morrison out of Notre Dame or Trey Amos. I don't think they go that way. Defensive tackle. Tyleik Williams, Walter Nolan. There it is, everybody. Linebacker. You. There's really only one, Jihad Campbell. So it's Jihad Campbell or Walter Nolan. I am going to go Walter Nolan here, everybody. I think I mocked Jihad there before. Let's switch it up. Let's get them going. Walter Nolan. Dude could be unbelievable. Dude could be average. Who's going to show up? Can you get more consistent play? That is the theme of this draft. Outside of Gentry and a couple other players, it is consistency and getting the max effort every play from these players. That's what it's about. So 31. What do they need? Defensive tackle, offensive guard, edge, offensive tackle, safety. So let's just look. Offensive guard, edge, defensive tackle. You got Tyleik Williams, Donovan Ezeriku, Donovan Jackson. Again, the guard's an easier position to fill. Safety. There's some really good safeties down the line. Nick Skirton, not a fan of. Tyleik Williams is there, but he's gotten some Mozzie Smith comparisons. We're going to give them edge rusher Donovan Ezeriku out of Boston College to go there. Edge rusher goes to the Chiefs, helps out that defense. Last but not least, the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. They're on the clock. They need edge. They need guard. They need corner. They need defensive tackle. They need offensive tackle. It doesn't say linebacker here. I would like to get them a linebacker. I'm not giving them Nick Skirton. Not right now. It's maybe Tyleik, but I believe they sit here and get a player that I love. I love this player. I love this player here. I am going to give him none other than Donovan Jackson, guard out of Ohio State. You let what's his name leave Mekhi Becton. You let Mekhi Becton You let Mekhi Becton go, and you replace him with a player that might be better than him. Donovan Jackson. Love it. I love the player. He's nasty. He's huge. He's physical. I don't know how you could hate that, Eagle fans. Let's just highlight what we've done. Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, Tyler Warren was the big surprise there. Will Johnson, another surprise. Mason Graham, Jahdae Barron, Tet McMillan. This one here, everybody's going to say, but if you go back and look at Detroit, they got multiple running backs. I believe they got one at 12. So they could be taking Genty. If that happens, then just but they also need to protect their investment. And that coach knows that this draft is not deep in offensive linemen, but it is deep in running back. Omarion Hampton is still on the board. You have all those picks, okay? You have all those picks. Hampton's still on the board. Caleb Williams. I mean, let's look. But here's everybody's picks. Everybody get a picture of it. You got Barron, McMillan, Campbell, Dallas Cowboys get Genty, Banks, Loveland, Golden goes. So if Genty's gone, not all is lost. We got Golden still on the board. You got Derek Harmon, Josh Simmons, Jalen Walker, and Mecca Egbuka. Again, all these players I would love to have. You got Walter Nolan, Michael Williams, and then you have obviously Tyler Booker and Kelvin Banks. So plenty of guys on the board for the Cowboys, but this is how I had it shaken out. Let me know what you think. Again, we're trying to switch it up. I believe if Chicago is being honest with themselves, Ashton Genty doesn't help you as much as the number one offensive lineman right now would. Left tackle. Protect your investment, which is your quarterback, your young quarterback. Protect him. You still have plenty of ammunition to get one of the many, I can't go back and look. I mean, let's just look real fast. Just one of the many. Let's just enter solo draft. Let's pause it. Offense, running back. Ashton Genty, Omarion Hampton, Travion Henderson, Caleb Johnson, Kenyon Judkins, DJ Giddens, Damian Martinez, Ollie Gordon, Dylan Sampson, RJ Harvey, Devin Neal, Brashard Smith, Jordan James, Jadon Blue, Taj Brooks. It keeps going and going and going and going. So there it is. Let me know what you think. Please like this video. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. We're climbing the charts. We just passed 60K. And share it. Share this video with the people. And let me know how bad or good you thought I did. In the end, it's fun. I did take a seriousness with this. I wasn't just trying to shape it. I wanted to go different. And that's what I did. So let me know. But just remember, always and never forget.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Late.